Police say they arrived at 43rd Street near Blue Ridge Boulevard about 9:15 after hearing gunshots in that area just south of I-70. It was there that officers found a man with several gunshot wounds. He was also taken to the hospital where he died. Nobody in custody in either one of these cases, but if you do know something, call the TIPS hotline. The number's on your screen right now.
I won't never leave my blinky cause I'm all in. I just scored on the script and they was all teams. I could teach you how to slide it, come with 5 beans.
She ain't tryna throw the pussy, beat her jaws then. It's too many of us, Brody, we can't all spin. I still pop a nigga, I ain't lost it. And I'm off this 40, this is not a blue dolphin.
We got drugs in the party. Stumbling in the club, I can't see through these cardies. Special ed student, mud baby, or retarded. I be in and out the pussy, I be swimming like a dolphin.
If you grew up in Kansas City or have been around for any amount of time, you know this sound. It's the Marching Cobras drill team. It's a tight-knit group founded in 1969 as a way to use music to keep kids off the street. Friday night, the street claimed one of its members.
We traveled all over the world with the Cobras, and it's just hard. It's hard.
Friday, just after 9:15, officers responding to the sound of gunshots found 19-year-old Lionell Hamilton III shot dead on East 43rd Street near Blue Ridge Boulevard.
Lionell Hamilton III, 19, graduated from Ruskin High. After he graduated, he co-founded MBK with his brother Fo Nick. 33 was a talented leader with a strong work ethic. Lionell was the drum captain for the Marching Cobras. The Cobras started in 1969 as a way to use music to keep kids off the street. Lionell was shot just after 9 p.m. on August the 6th, 2021, in the 12,100 block of East 43rd Street. The Opps fled the scene before 12 arrived. Lionell was discovered outside of a business on East 43rd Street, east of Blue Ridge Boulevard. The victim was rushed to the hospital where he was declared dead. Several witnesses were uncooperative. There's a reward of up to $25,000 for info leading to an arrest in Lionell's case. If you know, seen, or heard who shot Lionell, please send me a message. Thanks.
The biggest weekends of the year for drill teams and bands across the country, the Bayou Classic.
So cool. And this year, Kansas City's own Marching Cobras. They'll be strutting down the streets in New Orleans. 41 Action News anchor Dia Wall has the secret to their style.
If you don't know the Marching Cobras, allow me to introduce you. When you hear the boom of the beat,
just smile, it's okay.
Kids as young as 7 years old start stepping, and drumsticks go spinning.
You don't worry about nobody else. You just have fun.
You're looking at a legacy.
Mr. Smith been, like I said, he started this in 1969 with 13 boys and went on from there.
50 years later, the Cobras are headed to the 46th annual Bayou Classic.
I think their style is kind of like old school or something like that. And we're gonna bring the new style.
The drill team has perfected its moves and even showed me a few.
They told me they're gonna take some of the Kansas City flavor down to New Orleans.
Fast pace, upbeat, strong marching.
Everything they do is original, and it just makes it look so good when they're all doing it together.
Their faces are focused, synchronized as they rock side to side, practicing at least 3 times a week.
This is something that keeps them out of trouble.
And in community, because for them, this is more than a drill team. It's family. Now, it's time to stomp and strut their way on one of the biggest stages there is.
New Orleans is in for a treat.
We ready?
In Kansas City, Dia Wall, 41 Action News.
If you grew up in Kansas City or have been around for any amount of time, you know this sound. It's the Marching Cobras drill team. It's a tight-knit group founded in 1969 as a way to use music to keep kids off the street. Friday night, the street claimed one of its members.
We traveled all over the world with the Cobras, and it's just hard. It's hard.
Friday, just after 9:15, officers responding to the sound of gunshots found 19-year-old Lionell Hamilton III shot dead on East 43rd Street near Blue Ridge Boulevard. Right away, Cobras drill master Don Daughtry got a call that Hamilton had been shot.
I ran to the scene, got there, and was waiting around trying to see what happened, but it's hard because he was a dedicated member and he was like a son.
I didn't know what to say. I was just speechless.
Fox 4 spoke to Hamilton in May of 2019 when the Fox 4 Band of Angels surprised the Cobras with new drums. It was a proud moment for Hamilton, who started to play drums at 3 years old, spent 16 years with the group, and became a leader on the Cobras as the drum captain.
It was out the blue. I ain't think nothing of it. Now we just keep working hard.
A hard worker is how Daughtry remembers Hamilton, who never missed a practice. In preparation for a show just last week, Hamilton telling his drill master that he wanted to make up the show.
He said, "We got you." I said, "Wow, okay." So that Wednesday, I let him take over, and he made up a nice show.
It's a tough loss for the Cobras, who will continue on with their drum captain leading them in spirit.
Okay, so the drum captain is a very complex position. Not everybody can do it, okay? Lionel was able to do it, and it actually takes a lot of talent and years to even make it to that position, okay? Because I used to be in the Cobras, and that wasn't an easy job, all right? And everybody looked up to the drum master, the drum captain, okay? And it was that was one of the hardest areas, was the drum part, especially the snares, okay? So, and to be the drum captain, you got to be able to play everything. So I'm willing to bet he could play all the instruments. He knew all the beats, all the songs. He knew the whole everything, and that's not normal. People don't normally do that much stuff in the drill team. So Lionel knew what he was doing when it came to the Cobras and being a drum captain. And like I say, it was a very hard position and a very sought after position for everybody that was in the Cobras. Everybody wanted that position. Everybody wanted to play the snare, which was another hard position, and everybody wanted to dance around with the Cobra heads on, which was like a very hard position, because whoever had the Cobra heads on was considered the best dancers in the drill team. Okay, and the drill team have a lot of people in them and a lot of good dancers in them. So for you to have the Cobra head on and be doing the dances, that means you was pretty much the best dancers, okay, in the Cobras. And that was a spot like that not many people could get, and it was a very sought after spot, okay. And at one point, you really had to have a lot of talent, because like the dancers that had the Cobra hats on, they were so good. They were also MC Hammer's dancers. So at one point in time, the same people that wore the Cobra heads were also MC Hammer's dancers. So that just should let you know how good of a dancers they were, because back in the 90s, it was all about dancing. And like I say, if you was a good dancer, you didn't have to sing or rap. Just dancing would be enough. You could clout up and get money and notoriety just off dancing. And like I say, people like MC Hammer, he had some of the best dancers. So some of the people that wore the Cobra hats were also dancers for MC Hammer, okay? And I think some of them used to have some of those wild like hairstyles, like finger waves or some. I'm trying to remember their names. I'm not 100% sure, but one of them's names might have been Zester. I'm not for sure, but this was a while ago, okay? Now, this Cobras, this was made to keep kids off the street, okay? So in Kansas City, a lot of kids would join the Cobras just to stay off the street, give them something to do, so they're not just hanging in the neighborhoods, participating in all the crime. So that was the point of the Cobras, okay? And that's what they used to do. And they would travel from state to state, do all kind of fun activities and shows and all that. And it it was pretty fun, all right? Like, you would perform in a lot of different places, and I remember one time we even performed at the inauguration parade, all right? So, big stuff was popping. Now, these witnesses, they were uncooperative, so Lionell wasn't alone. There was several witnesses that was there. They were uncooperative, and they left the scene before 12 got there, okay? And to my knowledge, these guys, they haven't cooperated, all right? So, with some people there, and they didn't want to cooperate, all right? And that's the way that went. Now, Lionel is a very popular, all right? That's why I'm doing this story. It was requested, so let me do the story again. Let me do this story by itself, because this guy's popular, all right? So people requested this story, so I did it. And just letting everybody know, this guy was really, really, really popular. Like I say, to be the drum leader on the Cobras, you got to be popular. It's a very sought after position. Then also, Lionell was just popular, all right? It says right here, he's a co-founder at MBK. The guy was just a popular guy, and a lot of people love this guy, like this guy, and till this day, you know, a lot of people love this guy. All right, now, with this popularity, Lionell, some people called him 3-3, Scotty. He could have been a rapper, all right? Because he had the popularity, just no music out, okay? So, if he would have dropped a music video, an album or something, would have did good, all right? I could see it still getting played, all right? But he left that to the other people, you know? He wasn't really into doing music. He was more of, he was a leader, all right? Just a natural born leader, the type of person that leads, all right? He was good at leading, and that's why he had that drum position. He would lead all the other drummers, and he was a talented leader, all right? So it's messed up this happened. There's also a 25 reward of up to 25K, so just putting that out there. I'm sure his family want to know what happened and who did this, all right? So, that's about it. Lionell was out, you know, having a good time, you know, out in this area near Blue Ridge, and the Opps, they pulled up blicking. And it just doesn't make any sense. More than likely, these Opps, they were jealous of Lionel because, like I say, he was popular, he was a natural leader. You know, he had a lot of clout from the Cobras, like I say, a lot of clout, respect from being a drill leader of the Cobras. So this dude was just a talented individual, and Kansas City misses him. Long live Lionell, long live 3-3. I'm out of here.